Some places don't just remember the past, they keep it. In 1923, the Safford Asylum for the criminally insane was sealed shut. The official reason given to the public was a sudden, uncontrollable typhoid outbreak. The truth was a secret they tried to bury deep within its decaying walls. This is the footage recovered from the Blackwater investigation team in 2023. The asylum's head physician was Dr. Alistair Safford, a man with cold, dead eyes and a chilling obsession. He wasn't trying to cure the insane. No, he believed the human soul was something tangible, a physical force, a psychic energy that could not only be measured but captured. He wrote in his journal, "The human spirit resonates at a unique frequency. Shatter the mind, and the essence can be harvested." To prove his terrifying theory, he built it. He called it the resonance chamber. It was a circular room lined with conductive metal, with a single brutalist chair at its center, covered in a grotesque web of electrodes and wires. This device wasn't designed to heal. It was designed to strip a consciousness from its body, to violently tear the soul from its vessel. Patients were dragged, kicking and screaming, towards the heavy metal door of the chamber, their pleas for mercy swallowed by the unforgiving stone. The fire that finally closed Safford Asylum was no accident. It was an act of desperation, set by a janitor who had stumbled upon the horrifying truth. He revealed in a final, frantic letter that Safford hadn't just been experimenting. He had succeeded. He had successfully trapped dozens of souls within the asylum's very walls, using the building itself as a massive, horrifying battery for their agony. And that is where our story truly begins. This is the found footage of the Blackwater paranormal team, Leo, Maria, and Ben. This was their last investigation. The energy here is oppressive. It's like the air itself is heavy with memory. This is it, the most haunted location in the state. Let's see if the stories are true. The team forced open a rotting wooden door, its ancient groan echoing down the hallway. Their headlamps cut sharp beams through the thick, choking dust that had settled over decades. The air was stale, cold, and utterly still. The heat was already spiking, lots of energy in this entryway. Did you see that? On the thermal. A cold, human-shaped blob moved with unnatural speed across the hallway behind them, visible only for a second on the thermal camera before vanishing into the wall. The haunting had begun. In a long, desolate hallway, Leo set up a REM pod, a device that uses a small antenna to create its own electromagnetic field. If anything conductive like a human body enters that field, it sets off an alarm. The moment he stepped back, it began to shriek, its lights flashing frantically. "It's right here, it's right on top of it." Ben held out a spirit box, an instrument that rapidly scans through radio frequencies, which spirits can supposedly use to form words. The device screeched through a storm of static before a clear, guttural voice broke through the noise. "Get out!" The team stood in stunned silence, the disembodied command hanging in the heavy air. They pushed deeper into the asylum's rotting heart, but the building was beginning to push back. Their flashlight beams started to flicker, as if the darkness itself was trying to swallow the light. The sound of multiple footsteps echoed from unseen corridors, mimicking their own pace. And then, a sound that chilled them to the bone, a child's voice, humming a faint, discordant lullaby from somewhere just beyond sight. "They're mimicking us, the footsteps. They're matching our pace." In a night vision shot, a shadowy figure darts across the far end of the corridor, its movement impossibly fast, its form unnaturally gaunt. After navigating a maze of collapsed wards and rusted gurneys, the team found it. A massive, scorched metal door, with the words, "Resonance Therapy," still faintly visible. With a combined effort and the groan of rusted metal, they pried it open. My God, this is it. This is where he did it. Inside was the circular chamber. The walls were scorched black, covered in frantic, desperate symbols scratched into the metal. And in the center, waiting in the gloom, was the electrode-covered chair. The air was frigid, the silence absolute. Maria aimed her thermal camera at the chair. Suddenly, A deep blue, human-shaped cold spot began to form, sitting upright, as if an invisible occupant had just taken a seat. It's here, in the chair. It's taking a shape. A low, powerful hum began to emanate from the very walls, the same terrifying sound of the chamber powering on. Faint, overlapping screams were woven into the hum, the audio ghosts of past victims. It's not a ghost. It's an echo, a recording of pure agony. Then, the impossible happened. The team's camera glitched violently. For 3 full seconds, the image flickered, and the room was no longer dark and decaying. The vision ended as quickly as it came, plunging them back into the dark reality of the ruined chamber. What was that? Did you see that? The room, it changed. The spirit box, which had been silent, turned on by itself, screaming a single possessive word: mine. The tide had turned. The investigation was over. The fight for survival had begun. The hallway outside the chamber was now pitch black. The team's flashlights flickered and died one by one. Down the hall, a heavy door slammed shut, the sound echoing like a death sentence. Their only way out was gone. The way out is blocked. The sound of running footsteps now came from all directions, no longer mimicking, but closing in. The spirit box chattered with a distorted, rapid voice, a chorus of trapped souls speaking as one. Stay, join, play. The camera was knocked to the floor, landing with its lens facing up. In the frantic, dying flashes of a single flashlight, pale, distorted faces leaned in from the oppressive darkness, their eyes wide with madness and pain. They're all around us. Don't let them touch you. A blood-curdling scream is cut short. Ben was gone. It's in my head. It's showing me everything. The resonance chamber's hum returned, louder and more powerful than ever, now mixed with the investigators' own terrified whimpers. The building was awake. The footage is now glitching and degrading as if being erased. A hand reaches for the fallen camera. If anyone finds this, he didn't want to save them. He wanted to power it. The building, it's alive. We're the new batteries. A final, piercing, electronic screech, and then total silence. The camera feed cuts to black. The members of the Blackwater paranormal team were never seen again. This footage was recovered from a corrupted memory card found scattered near the resonance chamber. The Safford Asylum was permanently condemned and stands quiet from the outside. But a recent photograph shows a light flickering in an upper window and a shadow passing by. Some places are not haunted. They are hungry, and they are always waiting for new residents. Thank you for watching Tales of the Dark. Subscribe, and be careful which doors you open.